So I invited a really good friend of mine who should be no stranger to any one of you to come speak to us on this call. She is an elite producer. She is one of the best SMEs in this entire company. Um, and she's a good, really, really good friend of mine in the way that she can speak with truth and with clarity and without getting too emotional to just give me the truth and what I need. She's the type of person I need in my circle. Niki Russell, where are you hanging out at?
Hi, friend. Good morning.
Let's go. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I put on like a whole suit, Nikki, and
I
everything.
know.
You
I
like
was so excited, you guys, because I went from my gym clothes to my clean, awesome, like my style sweatpants, like what a cool life we get to live when I go from yoga pants to like fashion sweatpants, and that's my office attire. It's so good. I love it here.
Oh, it's so fun. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead, just mute myself and turn this thing over to you. I'm really excited to have you on this platform, Nikki.
I am too. Well, good morning, you guys. So what's really funny is I've been peeping on the accountability groups, and I sit in with Jim's base. And after he was going through a couple of the accountability sheets, he was talking about issues that he was seeing consistently with closing. So I made the mistake of sending Jim a voice text, and I led with, I just want you guys, I want you to understand that I am not volunteering myself as tribute to run the call on closing. But if your agents are having issues closing, here is why. And he said, as Jim always does, right? What I heard is that you're going to be running this group and then this training for the entire group, and talking to us about closing. So here we are. And I will tell you, I got really excited last night because I was like, am I even like prepared to talk on closing? Like, am I a good closer? I mean, elite producer, whatever. I hit that by accident. And I looked on last night, and in 3 years here, I am just shy of $1 million in personal production. I am 99,000 APV, which means I will hit it by the end of the year. So I guess I'm okay at closing. I guess that makes me okay at doing this call, which made me feel a little bit better about speaking in front of 400 of our closest friends. So if you know me at all, you know that I don't mince my words. So if I say something that hurts your feelings, I promise I wasn't thinking about you when I thought of this particular sentence or statement. But if it like resonates or lands with you in a certain way, I want you to kind of explore why. Um, that being said, I said to Jim, if your agents are not closing, they're either not asking enough questions on their appointments or the right questions, or they are just coming into the appointment entirely unprepared to do so. We have agents that will spend 2 hours case prepping notes and underwriting for a single appointment and then run that appointment by phone in about 20 minutes. And I'm not trying to call you out if that felt personal, but you know who you are. So here's a fun fact. Less than 5% of clients are going to buy based on price alone. In fact, in the 3.5 years that I've been here in the field, I've only watched one agent sling insurance on sale and actually capture that sale. And if you weren't in the workroom to listen to Gina Pearson get mama to pull over to the side of the damn Pacific Coast Highway to sign a moo application because Mutual of Omaha was having a fire sale and prices were changing in the new year, then I am so sorry for your life because it was probably the best thing that I've ever heard in a live dial session, hard stop, and insurance. That woman is an absolute legend, and I think Amber increased her E&O after that. So you can absolutely try the Moo is on a fire sale approach and see who is going to sign on to a policy based on the low price of $49.95 and see if that works out for you. But for most of us, that is just not how we sell here. The flip side is that you don't want to sell exclusively on emotion either, because then you're going to full pop grandma and you're going to end up with a chargeback. Like if Nana is choosing between a $486 insurance premium and her car repair, the kids are going to figure out how to pay for her funeral by collecting cans on the side of the road. No lies, right? Or the converse of that is that when you present this big emotional, just really triggered, kind of sale with an equally big price tag, you're going to get the dreaded, I need to think about it. we kind of need to be the Goldilocks of life insurance, somewhere grounded between emotion and financial reality. And I promise that's easier than it sounds. So, you guys, the whole appointment is what I'm going to tell you. It is not your role and purpose. It is not the cute photo of your family or your why you sell insurance or that sweet little Canva business card that you created that's like superimposed on your license. This right here that I am about to go through with you guys, this next part is the whole appointment. Um, and most of you, unfortunately, aren't running it, right? So imagine what's going to happen when you start, like actually setting appointments and then running them like appointments. I actually can't wait to see the numbers and the accountability groups on the other side of this call. It makes me really excited. So, the fact of the matter is, when you actually start working your appointments like this, everything is going to change. So, where do we start? Well, we have to actually go through the conversation with the client of why did they fill out that request in the first place? What was their concern? Like in the immediate, the next 48 hours, tomorrow, your life changes on a dime. What exists immediately that your family members can access? What is their lifeline? Is there money in a bank account? Is there money in a savings account? Are there other life insurance policies? Are there retirement accounts? In addition, what do they immediately need to be prepared to financially cover? Are there car payments? Are there mortgage payments? What are the bills that are going to tackle them immediately in the next week, the next 2 weeks, the next month that they're going to have to be financially prepared for? Because when we die, not only do our assets transfer over to our loved ones, but so do our liabilities. So, what are the immediate pieces that we need to help this family cover? And then we need to just figure out, are they prepared to do so? Can they cover them with the resources that exist today? Chances are they can't, which is why they filled out that form in the first place. And then once they give you those assets and liabilities, it's important to understand that inheriting the assets, it's not immediate, but inheriting someone's liabilities is. Lenders, credit card companies, mortgage companies, banks do not care that in 4 months from now, you're going to have access to your loved one's 401k. That payment is due right this very second now. So, part of that conversation that you're having with your clients is educating them about the timelines that it's going to take to have some of those assets transfer over and help them fill not just that critical period. Like we talk about this critical period coverage, but I don't really know that agents truly understand what the critical period is because to you guys, to a lot of people, it is this weird mathematical formula of the mortgage payment times 9 months, and it's going to cover those first 9 months. But what is that 9 months really designed to do for them? And it's crazy, you guys, when you actually
Thanks
understand
so much. You too.
the timeline for things, how long things take. Social Security, after you file the paperwork to inherit a loved one's Social Security, it's a 6 to 8 week process, not assuming a government shutdown, right? A retirement account can be anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. The probate process for a mortgage that you're not on the title or the deed for, goodness gracious, you guys, that process can take 6 to 9 months or longer. And so none of these things, and I do mean like literally none of these things, are as simple as a life insurance policy where you furnish a death certificate and then file some paperwork that your agent probably pre-filled out for you anyway. And then this like policy just pays out. Meanwhile, bills need to be paid. The bills don't stop coming just because there isn't money to pay them right now. And so we provide our clients with coverage to take care of the immediate needs that their family has. And the net really beyond that is that most of our clients aren't even in the right headspace to be handling all of that paperwork and that paper trail. And that right there, you guys, is the whole damn appointment. Now, when I first got here, the real script used to just say, like, uncover the cash flow problem. So it would be like role and purpose, this, that, and the other. And then it would be like, uncover the cash flow problem, present 3 options. And you're like, what is the cash flow problem? I don't even know what the hell that is. But I think I have complained enough over the last 3 years and trained on it enough over the last 3 years that the script now spells out exactly how to handle uncovering that cash flow problem for you verbatim. And I'm going to be real here. Some of you have never even looked at the damn real script. And I'm just saying, like, how are we out here living like this? We have scripts and we have agents that are out there just freeballing it and hoping for the best, just showing up to the Zoom appointment naked, and just, praying that maybe the agent or the client doesn't show up. Like, it's a quit while you're ahead at that point. Our job isn't to set the appointment. It's not even to get the tie down done so well that clients show up to the appointment. And it's not necessarily even to close on the appointment. And that sounds counterintuitive, you guys, but our job is to protect families, right? And we're kind of just going into it with 3 hours of research on underwriting, and case notes and preparation and where they're going to qualify and price points. And we don't even have the actual preparation of, like, what does this family need and how can I actually help them? All right. So that's the real script part. If you guys are leak script people, tell Chris to call me. I'll help him fix the script. Just kidding. But truly, it is not hard to fit this piece in, on the old Mortgage Protection University scripts that he has as well. So you're going to insert that part where you're talking about assets and liabilities with the client right into that part where, he has you guys talking to Juan and Maria about how bad life is going to get without the other spouse's income. So that's where I would put it. And really, at the end of the day, we go into these appointments so concerned with the numbers and the health profile. We come armed with our three choices, and we feel like we've kind of done our due diligence, knowing that UHL was $6 cheaper than Amerigo. And you get all excited telling your client that you've done all this work to quote them at like full payoff and half payoff and critical period payoff. And all the while, like, you're telling them just pick what fits in their budget. And you have no idea why they even need the darn insurance in the first place. And don't say it's to cover the mortgage because they're a mortgage protection lead. Because you guys, I will literally jump. Like my daughter says it all the time, Mom, I will jump, but I will jump. Like, it is not to cover the mortgage. There is so much more than that. It's always more than that. What is the problem that we are trying to solve for your family in the immediate to make sure that when the worst moment of your life happens, you have the financial resources to deal with it? And that is the whole dang appointment. Now, it wouldn't be a Niki Russell training, with 2 minutes left, to not say that when you uncover those liabilities and assets, y'all, that is where your resets come from, right? So you are either not going into the appointment asking enough questions, you're not asking the right questions, or the other problem that happens here with closing, um, raise your hand if you run your appointments by phone. How many of you? Put a one in the chat for me if you were still running phone-based appointments. Y'all. Okay. I've never told a short story in my life, Jim. I need like 3 more minutes here, okay? Just 3 more minutes, you guys. All right, beautiful. If you are running your phone appointments, I'm going to challenge you to change that. Okay. My first 6 months in the field here, high school teacher in New York, 4 kids. I worked 9 to midnight in the state of Alaska. You guys, it was like 4 to 9 there. Time zones are hard. It might have been 5 to 8. I'm not really sure. I ran every appointment on Zoom. And let me tell you, honest to goodness, that nothing is worse than having your hair and makeup done at 11:30 p.m. after having worked all day and keeping 4 kids alive and then getting no-showed. Like, these people are freaking lucky that I lived 3,000 miles away from them, because I would have driven to their house and killed them myself. They would have wished they had that policy at that point in time because it sucked. But all joking aside, presenting on a Zoom makes you good, you guys. It makes you so damn good, because a few things are going to happen. First and foremost, you're going to show up presentable, okay? Not looking like a schlumpadinka bridge troll. Like, I work from home, so I got my work from home uniform on, and your uniform is what you slept in, okay? You're going to show up looking professional, and when you look good, you feel good, and you're going to present more professionally. That's part one. Okay. Part two is when you actually have to present on a Zoom, you have to present, which means you're going to have a deck that you're going to prepare for that call with all of the stuff that you need to go over, so you're not going to miss a step in the appointment. You're going to have some forethought that goes into it about what questions and things that you want to ask. And people are going to see you. They see your empathy. They see your smile. They see that you're human. So you don't have to do those weird little, hi, my name is Nikki and I'm a real human being photos that you text your client. That's awkward, you guys. Just put your face on the camera with them. them. Okay. And I don't mean like go and get a Zoom Pro account because you're too broke to do that right now in your business, but also don't run the free Zoom 45 minutes if that's the case either. Because the worst thing that you want to do is try to close $1,000 and be like, Tina, we only got 3 minutes to sign this because I'm running out of time. So if you don't have the Pro Zoom, do Google Meet, do a FaceTime, but get your face in front of your clients to break down those barriers so that you are able to fully present inside of those options. The other cool thing that presenting on Zoom allows you to do, okay, put a two in the chat if you ever had a client tell you that they need to think about it and you know that they're shopping the rates. Okay, this especially happens if you guys work digital leads. Like, you know that they are price shopping out there. They're telling you about the AAA flyer that came in the mail. Okay, so I know coming into one of those appointments where my client is going to qualify and at what price point, but I don't put the prices like A, B, and C on a slide. What I will do is after we get to the part where we uncover the need and we know how much insurance they need, and I kind of have an idea even at that point of what their budget is because I know how much income they have coming in and how much money they have going out. So I know how much discretionary income is left over. And I'm not sweating in my butt crack about a $300 premium because I know they can afford it. Okay. Or I know they can't. And so I'm going to push them gently towards that critical period coverage. Right. But then I'll just jump on Navigator and I'll run those quotes with them right there with them on the screen. And they're going to be able to see that I have already shopped the rate for them. I have already gotten them the best price. So now it's just a question of, hey, Jim, I know you're going to qualify for this particular product here. This is going to be our best bet. And as you can see, United Home Life is coming in with the best price. So I say that's where we throw in the application. How does that sound to you? Oh my gosh, isn't that so much easier? Shopping the rate right in front of your client. Okay. There's going to be a space where you're going to be able to get good enough, to present on a phone call, but it takes so much skill and so much finesse and so much posture. Okay. And the other side of that is if you're on a phone call with your client, okay, how many times when you guys take a phone call are you multitasking? Some of you are multitasking on this call right now, right? Okay. When you're on a Zoom, you have your client's full and undivided attention. And sure, 20% of the time, you're going to get some schmuck that answers the phone from the driver's seat of their car on a damn highway and they're taking a Zoom call like life insurance is the least important priority in their life. And you'll go ahead and reschedule those. But I promise you, if you get somebody to commit to a Zoom call, your show rate is going to go up exponentially. That tie down looks dramatically different, right? And then you're going to be able to connect on an entirely different level. So if you are doing things by phone, I challenge you to do them by video. If you're not asking questions, I challenge you to ask questions. The cool thing is, you guys, these are simple, easy steps that you are able to implement pretty much immediately. Like this is stuff that you can do today. Even if you don't have preparation for a Zoom call today, right? You can get those questions inside of your appointments that you're going to be running later this afternoon. And let me be real, like for those of you who are like super defensive right now because you've been running by phone and you're an elite producer, if you're writing 20, 30K a month, like don't listen to me. Like you just keep doing what you're doing, okay? But if you are the kind of person that is setting 6 appointments a week and closing one, maybe I said something that lands. Okay. I'm super excited to see what you guys come up with over the next few weeks. I will be continually a voyeur in the Larson Life Group accountability group because Jim says all the things that I think, but he gets away with it because he's a guy. So I'm just super excited to see what your numbers look like as we go through the next couple of weeks and months. And I hope it's just a super profitable holiday season for all of you. Jim, thanks for making me do things I don't want to do.
Nikki, I hope you get a chance to scroll the comments. And one, guys, please, if this added value as I know it did, go let Nikki know that because she's doing this and volunteering her time to make an impact. But between the free balling and the sweating in my butt crack, I'm like, this is pure Nikki. This is a pure Nikki training. I love everything about it. And yes, I tend to hear what I want to hear. So when you literally texted me, I am not volunteering myself, but this could be helpful. I'm like, all I heard was you're running 2 calls next week. So that's great. Which days work? And what happened? Here you are. That's how I live my life, guys. I hear what I want to hear, and then the things I want to have happen, they end up happening. And we got Niki today. Thank you, Niki. This was
You're so
awesome.
welcome. Thank you guys for having me.